Greetings, welcome to our in-game Code Vein review. I'm Jarus and we have Lightning Dragon here today, and we're going to play a little bit in-game and just give you our thoughts on this and show you some of the way things work. And just kind of get into it. So let me go ahead and jump into it, and I will join Lightning Dragon in his quest since he is also playing it through for the second time, and basically go from there. Alright, so I'm in the home base. I've got my character, and I'm like level 190 or 189, something like that at this point in time. And this is the hub where you can talk to all the people that you've met. And Lightning's playing it through for the second time because I guess I got the good ending and he got the bad ending, so he wants to have the
I got the neutral ending.
neutral ending. Okay, I think there's only two endings though, so I think it's
No, there's three.
There's three. Wow, I didn't know that. I guess you have to like mess them all up or something. I don't know. But
Yeah, I think there might actually be four, but I also think it's just three. It's hard to say.
yeah, I like the aesthetic of the game. So let me go ahead and change my appearance real quick. Great thing about the customization is you can really kind of make the character the way you want. Now, once you're in the game, you can make modifications to your character, but you're limited. Like you can't change the body type, you can't change the face. Yeah, but you can change a lot of things around it. So like you get different hair types, and there's like extensions you can add on. You can if you go to accessories, there's like additional hair types. Like you can add like different ways that you accentuate the hair, add on different parts and things like that. A lot of good customization. You can't change the facial structure, like you can change the eyebrows and things like that. It's just a basic geometry that you can't change. You can have different colored eyes and all sorts of different kinds of eyes. It's really well done. In fact, we've seen videos where people recreate Final Fantasy characters and all sorts of different characters from different animes. So you can really kind of go to town on this and kind of make it your own. Now, when it comes to like things like you can add onto your character, like I've added this little on this particular outfit, this little part right here. You can go to the customization and you can go to your edit mode, and you can actually not only just change the scaling of it, and move it around and things like that, but you can also change the location of where it is on the body. You can pull it out there. Let's see here. That's kind of weird, but yeah, basically a lot of these parts you can move around, stick on different parts of the body. Maybe you want to go ahead and put it on the head or whatever. Like I say, I can move it around and attach it to different parts and then move it from there. So Lightning made kind of a fox girl because he made like one with a tail. That's kind of weird.
Yeah,
to put it on the head. So yeah, there's a lot of different things. And then of course you can also you can save or load customizations. I've got several that I've already made, like 8 so far for this character from the initial. And some of them I have paired to match with the armor that I'm wearing. I guess we'll go with this one for now. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to join Lightning's world, and we're going to go from there, and I'm going to help him out. And Lightning's really good at doing the backstab. I suck at it, but Lightning's like... there was that one time we were fighting that boss, and I got 2 backstabs in a row.
You backstabbed on the boss. I don't think I've had a backstab on any boss in the game.
I know, I got twice in a row.
Oh, shit.
And you were like...
freaking attacked.
And you were like... You're like, what the heck? So I'm going to go... Oh, yeah, there's a ton of classes. I'm going to go ahead and change my class here. So you have all these classes that you can unlock, and each one of them provides different benefits, different abilities with magic or different weaponry as you move along. And so I'm going to go ahead and choose the Dark Knight. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick a heavy weapon. So, I don't know, let's go ahead and go with some obnoxiously large sword.
100% anime mode.
100% anime mode. Yes, that's definitely what we're here for. So, I have a +10 here. So, there I go with the Judgment Edge on that. And on this, I'm going to take... I like this one mace that we have here. Well, actually, I better not do that. You can get bonuses set up for certain weapon types. So, since I want to focus on Great Sword, I will just basically primarily use that anyway. So, in here... Since you unlock the abilities and skills, and you can raise these up through experience for killing creatures or through items you find, plus the blood mist that you find. You can apply these points to unlock stuff without actually having to leveling it up in game. So I'm going to go ahead and switch this to a two-handed sword benefit, and you got additional benefits here, like I have additional health, strength and vitality is up, and then a stamina boost, and you have your quick slots for limited items that you can use, including like your your Dark Souls-esque heal here. These are basically your action point things. This is your little these little green ones act exactly like these, but you get less of them, and you have to either buy more or find more in game. And these ones these pure bloods totally restore your health. And lastly, one of these items I got, this is Missile Root, which lets you teleport back to a point without losing any of your points. There's other ones too that let you teleport back when you lose all your points, but honestly, I haven't really, once you have this, why use anything else? All right, I'm just gonna change my armor real quick because I want something just a little bit heavier for going in with this particular set. So all the armor has different effects on your stats as well, and your class affects your carry weight. Carry weight's important when you try and determine if you can use the weapon effectively. Like this one's slow, so I may actually want to try changing my class now that I think about it. So let me do that real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this setup, then we'll go ahead and get into it, and I'll join Lightning's world and I'll help him out. So be back in just a moment. Alright, so I've moved to the Ridge of Frozen Souls. This is where Lightning is playing on his game. Now you need to move to the same map area as your friend if you want to go ahead and join them. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my multiplayer here, and I'm going to... Have you got your distress signal set up yet?
Yeah, and it's got our secret password.
Our secret password. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and it should find it. Boom. Now when you're playing as if you will, a sidekick to your friend, if you die, you will not lose any of your mists. You basically just get sent back into your world, and then you can kind of instantly rejoin them. So sometimes what we do is like, well, I'm out of heal, so let me just jump off this cliff or something, and basically it's like, okay, great, then I get kicked back, and then he just lets me resummon again, and it's kind of a cheap workaround, but it's one of those things that it's nice to be able to just join your friend and play risk-free. And this is something actually as far as Dark Souls goes, I never liked the people just randomly joining, and a lot of times they just wanted to kick your ass, and you're like, you're just not ready for it. So anyway, I don't think I changed my armor. No, I did not. So let me go ahead and change to something heavier here. All right. Well, I guess we'll do that one. Yeah. See here. There we go. All right, so we are good to go. Lead on. So he's gonna go ahead.
All right.
He's continuing his storyline, and I'm gonna go ahead and help him out.
So this is kind of a middle ground area as far as the story goes. I'm gonna try and keep it mostly spoiler free, but it's the area I happen to be in, and because this is our second go around, we are massively over leveled for most of the areas. I believe this is about when it starts getting to be the actual difficulty. Oh, I can damage. So,
yeah, be careful in this area because there are places where the ground drops out from underneath you, but you can notice them because they're like lighter blue, like up ahead right there. Those patches.
These ones right here.
Yeah, don't stand on those. It's not a good idea. Yeah, right there in front of us too. You have to run across that real quick or whatnot. But yeah, don't stand on those.
I just avoid them. So it's a fun game. I mean, if you want the long and short of it, oh geez, there's a guy. It's similar, and there's backstab for you. Oh, but you killed him, so I didn't get to complete it.
That's what I do.
The long and short of it is, it's similar to Dark Souls, but it's not a carbon copy. They do a fair bit of stuff different.
I would say it's easier than Dark Souls, but it's faster paced, and it's a nice little middle ground. If I'd say
it's partly easier because you have minions. If you play without minions and stuff, ouch. You can definitely get a more Dark Souls challenge level if you decide to play solo. Neither of us really want super hard mega challenges, so we play with AI or each other.
Yeah. Well, I kind of like having the AI with you because a lot of times they'll talk to you. They'll give you like, hey, there's something over there, and they'll call things out. So, one second here. There we go. Oh, you're playing the Ranger.
Me?
That's Mia. Like, yeah, wait a minute, look, you're playing the gun person. No, you're not.
No. That's Mia.
I might cut in some other footage from other things we've done in the background just to kind of like show you other things as we explore this area. So if there's a transition on the footage, it's, wow, I hate this guy.
Yeah.
Ow!
I do as
Okay,
well.
yeah, that's why I hate this guy. Oh yeah, bring the pain.
Oops. Okay, that hurts. Stab.
Oh, you got him, backstab.
Stab.
Nice. All right.
These guys are like mini boss level difficult.
Oh yeah, another thing too. When you team up with your friend, like I had 10 of these heals normally. I only get 5, so you get like half of the heals. As I said, that's not really that big of a deal and you can't really loot these boxes either because this is his world. So this is his loot. Now you will get loot off drops that will carry with you, and you're really just, as I said, you're like having a third NPC. Oh, and speaking of loot, didn't pick this up.
Oh, loot. That's
Yeah.
always good.
So yeah, one of the keys, and I don't, without ruining, basically make sure you fully explore an area because there's certain things that you need to put together. There's these
Or don't.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's these memories you put together that explain more of the story. And there's another thing I love about the game. There are these, basically where you go inside of a memory. And you walk through these areas, or sometimes some of them are actually more automated, but you know you're kind of just watching something. But they're all done a little bit differently. They start to change as you move along, and you're kind of seeing the history of characters and people you've met, people you will never meet, and you kind of see the story of the game unfold. This game, I would say, was remarkably more story heavy than. Oh, I hate these guys. Block. Oh crap! I hate those guys too.
Oh no!
Oh, I hate those exploding guys. Okay, so basically, crap. There goes another one. Man, I hate those guys so much.
I hate them when I don't see them and they blow up.
Yeah.
Other than that, do a
But
freeze and
I
switch
think like where Dark Souls makes you dig out a lot of the story, this one really just kind of lays it out for you, and I don't know, to some degree, I think it's that's kind of there we go. A little distracted here from beating the crap out of this guy. So yeah, I like. There's a very, very, very strong narrative, and the interactions with the characters are really well done. And you actually, I actually found myself actually interested in caring about some of the characters. Now, there's been some people like. You see it all the time nowadays in games media. They're like, oh my gosh, everyone, all the women look like they're over sexualized. And was like, yeah, but so are the men. I mean, come on, the men all
it goes both ways.
Yeah, the men are all friggin' Brad Pitt. So what does it matter? I mean, it's just a game. It's an aesthetic. That's all it is. It's an artistic choice of making it anime style.
Whoop, no, you were in my way.
That's what I do. That's how I help.
I was gonna run to the side, and I just ran into you and just sat there treading water.
And the big weapons like the sword, like you can block and you will take damage unless you use. That was fortunate for me. But sometimes you get like these like defenses I have. I believe this one I have on here actually will, and you can change these and set these whatever you want. Iron will. Yeah, this just reduces damage in general. But there's ones you can actually like. Okay, when you block, you don't you increase your block effectiveness, so you don't even take any damage at all when you actually do a weapon block. So there's all different ways to customize. There's some defenses you can use that will basically affect your entire team. So everyone gets a defensive buff. You can buff up weapon damage types: lightning, electricity, poison, blood, whatever. And some bosses,
fire.
Fire exactly. Or I can just use my general one here, where I actually just raise up my attack damage in general. And there's powers you can use with that blend with your teammates. Though to be honest with you, I don't think I've used them once because they are rather expensive to use. Down the lower right, you see where it says like 5 out of 10. That's the points for using specials, and you get those from actually striking enemies with your normal weapons. And you can actually increase that total by doing backstabs. So you raise that's going to fall away. That wouldn't be good for me to step on that.
You only have 10? I got 38.
Well, that's because of the class I chose. I'm running around with the heaviest class. So, there's advantages and... Yeah, go away. There's advantages and disadvantages to all different classes. And some have, really low defense, but a really, really high amount of these points that basically let you do your specials. And so...
You have that unlocked.
All right, you're gonna go be in here fighting the boss on this.
Well.
Whoa! Yeah. Oh, that was good. That wasn't good. Ah, forgot to lock the target. Oh, look at that. See, he's so good at that. I am not good at that. I watch him do it all. I watch him around. Oh, backstab you, backstab you, backstab you. He's very good at it. I don't know what the trick is. I've watched him do it. I've tried to replicate it, but so far I haven't had much luck. Okay, now he can't see this barrier, but when I'm on his team, I see it. I can't go in there until he decides to fight the boss, and then I actually can. So I have to wait until he's ready to move the story forward before I can even go in there. So that's very similar to Dark Souls in the sense of like having these kind of these misty barriers.
Yeah, but for me, I just see right in there.
Right,
so
exactly.
It's a little bit different.
So it's kind of a cool indicator. I can tell him, hey, that's a boss. Hold up or whatever. So I can see it. That's interesting anyway.
Well, if you want to take a small moment here as I talk to this lady here.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll give it a pause.
I can't talk to her while you're in here. I don't think.
I think maybe you can't. So yeah, do your.
No,
thing.
I can't. No.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave his world.
Kick you out.
Yeah.
And do some story stuff, and then you can come back in, and we'll fight this boss.
Exactly. All right, so I'm back in. I've changed up my gear a little bit to show you something different. I'm going to cut out these story cutscenes here so that I don't ruin any of the story for you. Fight this boss, and then talk a little bit more about it. But see, I went with a halberd. This is actually, they call this the Obliterator Axe, but it's actually classified underneath halberd. This is actually my favorite weapon, honestly. I love this weapon. And of course, different gear changes to your block, your counter, backstab. If you use this, you hit them with it, you can also raise up your max points. Like this armor in this set has 20 you see as opposed to 10. And exactly, so it's one of those things that a lot of those, like that one can be charged up for a big area drain, and this one here just is a quick poke. So anyway, let's go ahead and get it done.
Let's buff.
Alright, he's in the battle.
Buff.
Gotta go ahead and put a team buff on, gotta go raise my damage up.
Ow.
He's gonna get smacked in the face.
Fire hot.
Oh man, we're gonna annihilate this person.
Yeah, we are massively over leveled. I could have sold this.
Oh my gosh, that was pathetic. Well, that's what you get when you have you can beat the end boss. You go back in the beginning area. But as you're moving along, trust me. Oh yeah, you get these marks of honor as you play with friends. That basically allows you to build those up for ranks and stuff. Anyway, gotta cut this cutscene out. So, but it does actually I don't have to worry about that. It does actually kick me out of his world after a boss is beaten. And once he's beaten an area, you can't join him again, which is an interesting choice. It's like if you've beaten the boss of an area, you can't join your friend in an exploration mode. That's I think my big complaint when it comes to the co-op. So like once he's beaten that area, that snow area, he's not going to be able to summon up help. He can't bring me back to help him out anymore. He has to move to the next area. And from there, now once you beat the game, you can do a new game plus mode where you can play at the same level like we're doing here because he wants to see the ending. And we felt it might be smart to run through twice before doing the hard mode. And every time you beat the hard mode, you get like a little star. Think of it kind of like elite levels in Call of Duty, like where you've leveled up to max and you reset everything. But I don't think it resets everything on this. I think it just, increases the difficulty of the enemies. But I guess we'll find out when we get to that point.
Yeah, we haven't actually officially done New Game Plus. We are technically on New Game Plus,
but at
we're
standard
still
difficulty.
On standard difficulty.
All right, so back here in the base, while Lightning's doing his story, and I'm gonna basically there is a mission I want to tell you about. There is a mission that as you go back in different areas after you've beaten them, you can go back. There will be NPCs that will offer you missions. They'll maybe give you maps to go to these areas called the depths, which are kind of standalone maps. I do hope they do like a large scale arena where you can keep moving through levels of monsters, just kind of see how far you can go. That'd be really cool. But anyway, this mission one NPC offers in this area with a parking garage, it says it needs to activate this missile MISTLE. It's these items you use where you save points. There's a map where it's actually looking for a particular item that is. It's not looking for missile. It doesn't want you to activate something. It's looking for a particular kind of potion. I'm not sure. I'm trying not to give a spoiler out, but it is.
It's an item you pick up.
Yeah,
and the way it's worded makes it sound like I want to go activate one of these rest stops.
Right, and it's not.
But chances are if you like, for example, me, I had beaten the game before that I did any of the side quest stuff. So he's like, I want you to activate this missile thing. And it's like, I've beaten the game, they're all active. But what he really wants is an item.
Yeah.
So you have to go through
And
the
let's
maps
just say
and you'll find it.
it's an area with that your partner is a very unique NPC that you don't get normally in the game otherwise. And I'm saying it that way because I don't want to ruin the story. You'll know the area if you play the game because it's the only time you team up with this person. Every time you go back there, you're teamed up with them again. So that's the area that you find the item that they want. I just kind of wanted to specify that without giving out any story because that would be obnoxious. So this guy over here, as you find these maps or as you do these missions, it gives you these maps that we go down there. You unlock these. There's different items or weapons and things that are down there. Like here, I have the Misty Ruins. I haven't done this one yet. But as you go back through, as I said, you get these items. So be sure to go back and do exploration and do the quests that people have to unlock additional things. Now, one thing the game has here, I have the collector's edition. There is this little note here. It lets you know that there is a special NPC down here, a Mia White, which is not just the standard Mia that you have in the game. If you go down here and talk to the statue, it has some different abilities and powers. You talk to this and you partner with this little statue, and it switches out the way that Mia normally is. And that's the thing, too. All the NPCs that you have in the game, these different partners that you have, you can swap them out. At least not all of them, but like I obviously can't choose the shopkeepers, but like this person and over here. And so there's some of these people you can swap out. They have different abilities. Some are ranged, some are more magic based, some are heavy hitting tanks, some are kind of a mix. And you can kind of find the partner that you want to take that suits the map best. Some do really well on some maps, some do not. I've had some situations where in particular, some casters just do phenomenal because there's multi-tiered enemies, like there's these ramps and stuff and cross bridges, and they're able to hit them from a distance. But in some areas where it's really tight, I've just had them get destroyed in seconds and completely just gone. So you may have to go back and switch partners if that's the case, because some of them, as I said, just don't handle certain environments very well. All right, so this is your rest missile. And from here, you can go ahead and level up your character, switch out teammates, storage, acquire gifts, and also all the different classes you've unlocked from different characters. They give you what's called a blood code. And as you unlock these abilities, you spend these points down the lower left to unlock them. Now, some of them are passive and don't require you to level them up. Some do require you to level them up, and they're passive or active. And after you've gone ahead and leveled them up, you're able to use them with any particular build or set. So it really allows you to customize. You have your base sets, and then you can take, say, a power off of this and put it into this, and really kind of hybridize. As you can see, there's a lot of different classes, and it shows you how many of the gifts you unlocked. Like here, if I wanted to unlock this, I'd have to spend 36,000. I'm going to go ahead and just do that. So I'm going to acquire this one. Now, you can also go ahead and max out your proficiency. So you find these drops that are in the map. So here I have 28. I only need 9, so I can go ahead and spend 18,000 and I unlock this. So now I don't have to spend the time to actually go ahead and level that up. Some of these level ups take a little bit of time to undo. To unlock. So doing it this way is a very efficient way just to quickly get new skills or powers that you want to incorporate into any particular build. And as I said, even having played through once and going through a second time, as you can see, there's still a fair amount. And even though I have some of these unlocked, I don't have them fully like here. These are all unlocked, but these aren't maxed out proficiency. So I could go ahead and spend those points. And like this one, obviously I don't have the right equip. I don't have the right drops for that. This one I do. And just kind of shortcut the whole process. And there's just so many classes, and I actually like this system better than Dark Souls system, which in a lot of ways I feel is less flexible. This offers a massive amount of flexibility for you to really customize your character, your class, your weapon, your skills, all of it directly in there. It's really good. It's really solid. So in summary, I really like this game. And here, to give you an idea, any people who have been watching this channel for a while know that Lightning's a pretty harsh critic. And the fact that he's playing the game through a second time should say volumes to you. The only other game I know you ever did that on is Dust, which is...
Yeah, Dust was awesome.
Yeah, so this game, this has everything I like about Dark Souls, and it has cut out a lot of things I didn't like. More flexibility. The character creation is amazing. The story, I think, is well more in detail than anything that Dark Souls offers. I'm looking forward to the season pass. Hopefully they go ahead and extend the story with that and take it to the next level, because the way that ends, it does look like there's a possibility of them doing that, just adding on to it as opposed to just building a whole new game. So, man, I tell you what, this is a really enjoyable game. If you like Dark Souls style games, I really highly recommend it. It has been absolutely a worthwhile purchase for me, and I have to say, as far as this Dark Soul types game, this is my favorite by far, hands down.
But what do we know? We're just a bunch of noobs.
Exactly.
Noob weebs.
Noob weebs. All right, on that noob weeb comment, I think we'll go ahead and wrap that up. But anyway, yeah, check it out. Excellent. Fantastic. We don't do points here. I could just say it's worth a buy. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye-bye.